Before trains, before the ships, before the markets where human lives were priced like cattle. Africa was not what the history books told you. In fact, what you've been taught might be one of the biggest distortions in recorded history. Imagine a land where gold was as common as dust, where libraries stretched so vast they held knowledge that Europe had not yet begun to dream of, where kings ruled over empires that spanned thousands of miles, not just huts in the forest, as your school lessons implied. This was Africa, before slavery. The story begins in the beating heart of the continent, centuries before the first Portuguese ship set sail for its deadly human cargo. The kingdom of Mali was already thriving, ruled by the legendary Mansa Musa, still considered the richest man who ever lived. His empire controlled vast trade routes, linking Africa to the Middle East and beyond. Timbuktu was not a myth, it was a city of scholars, home to one of the greatest universities in the world, where mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy were taught long before the so-called Age of Enlightenment. But Mali was not alone. The kingdom of Kush rivaled ancient Egypt, building monumental temples, mastering ironworking, and leading armies feared across the Nile Valley. Great Zimbabwe, with its massive stone walls built without mortar, rose as a testament to African engineering genius. The Benin Empire crafted bronzes so intricate that when Europeans first saw them, they refused to believe Africans made them. But greatness was about to meet its darkest hour. The ships came not to trade, but to take. Families torn apart, cities burned, lives chained. Treated like cattle, driven like beasts. This was the beginning of a journey many would never survive. Those who lived through the Middle Passage carried the scars forever. The ocean became a graveyard for millions, and a wall between them and home. The great kingdoms fell, not from weakness, but from the relentless assault of greed. But history is never truly lost. It waits for someone to remember it. And now, the truth of Africa before slavery is rising again. Because Africa was more than chains. It was gold, wisdom, and empires. And it will be remembered.